Sick.
Welcome back to the Drum Rundown. We are here at an undisclosed location in Nashville, Tennessee with the drummer of Cory Wong, the extraordinary Petar Janjic. What is going on, my dude?
What is up, brother?
Nice to meet you. Yeah,
Likewise.
dude. And thanks for having us to your rehearsal space, man.
Yeah, well, I wish this was my space, but
For now.
for now, you're
Yeah.
welcome, of course.
Cool.
Oh my God, this is so stoked to email with you and Chris and to do this.
Awesome.
Talk about this gear.
So you're set up for these upcoming shows. What do you got going? What's the kit?
Well, I'm a Pearl artist, and the previous tour we had Maple Gum series, but this year I'm really stoked. John from Pearl hooked me up with an amazing 75th anniversary of the President Deluxe. Their vintage Pearl. It's mahogany, Philippines mahogany, I guess.
Oh, wow, yeah.
22 kick, 10, 12, 16. Pretty simple. The shells are incredible. They sing. I changed the heads yesterday, and it literally took me, I think, me and my friend Jody Lee, it took us like 10 minutes to tune the entire kit. And just that's how awesome this kit is. And it's like so vintage. It has the mufflers inside that you can see here.
Yeah.
That like I mostly use in the floor tom because Cory's music, it's really 70s funk, so super dead sounds. For the snares, something really, really special. I'm using for my main snare this tour, I have a Oriollo snare drum made in Serbia, and it's one of the rare cast steel snare drums. It's really heavy, really punchy, and it's just so full because it's a little cracked, but it has that oomph and power.
Yeah.
And this beautiful piece of art, this is the Antiko snare drum built in my hometown of Serbia, Kraljevo or Kingstown, and check it out. I mean, I'm not gonna take it out, but if you kind of zoom in
It's
here,
beautiful, man. It's just unreal.
it's this gigantic thing of maple, and all the lugs are basically a part of the shell, and it's not glued on, and it sings, man. And that's the big oomphy snare. A lot of people ask, how do you get that tone? What do I do? Well, it's kind of pretty simple. One of the companies that I truly love and that I met through Cory and all the guys from Wolfpack is a company known as Rooty Q's.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of tore this down on purpose because I like to have a head, but Rooty Q, it's incredible. They make these cloth dampers and they make also rings for the toms.
Yep.
So this is like, you can hear and yeah, it's simply there. Like,
Yeah.
set it and it does the trick. Not much problem if you're going for that sound, for the dead sound. Drum heads. I'm a Remo artist, so for the live stuff, mostly with Cory, my tom heads, my go-tos are Control Sound Clear with the black dot for all three toms. For the snares, the main snare I always run with the P77 because it's thick and it lasts longer and it's really warm. It's a warm head and it's not super brashy. Yeah, and I forgot about the kick. Power Stroke 3, baby. Coated P3 all day. Not better head, honestly.
I mean, you can't argue with that.
The reason why I use the coated P3, it's like, when you're like on a bigger stage, sometimes even with any other head, I feel like the sound never comes back to me. You know, even if you're on the monitor or in ears, I always feel the kick drum. Like, and I think it's generally because of this head. You always get that sound response back. I can feel it here.
And what are you beating on it with? What's your kick pedal there?
This is a Pro Eliminator, but the magic that I've been using is this sick company, Dragonfly Percussion, and they make drum beat. This is a suede beater that you can see, and they make flannel, suede, leather, denim, and I have all these variety of beaters there. There's a fluffy one that's incredible. I don't know where my, can you pass me my? We're gonna check some beaters out.
Yeah, let's do it.
I only have one here, I think. So this is the softie. Like, check this out. It's like,
oh yeah, cool.
And I have the leather ones on my other kit, and I have this gigantic fluffer for the studio that I love. You know, you have all those. Vic Firth makes one. Raider makes all these fluffy beaters, but the flannel, like the material of the shirt, it just.
Dude, that's so cool.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, and when you're going for that dead sound,
dead sound,
that's incredible.
I just did suede. Now it just came out like maybe a couple of days ago.
That's the new.
The new, and they sent me immediately because I'm like, you know what? For this tour, I kind of have to have a little more snappier sound, but it's still super soft.
Yeah, that sounds great.
They've been crushing. Vic Firth drumsticks.
Yeah, what do you got? 55As?
55As. Actually, this is for rehearsal, but this is my go-to, actually. This is what I do.
Okay.
55 in my right hand.
All right.
And in my left, I use the AJ2.
Okay.
Because recording a lot of producers and engineers, they were like, hey man, cymbals are way too loud in every studio. Like, and a lot of it is genuinely the cymbal is the loudest part of the drum set. And with this, they're almost the same kind of thickness, but the tip is a game changer.
Yeah. You're getting much more. Yeah, better articulation.
Versus.
Right.
And I'm hitting the same volume. I'm not like, So my go-to is honestly AJ2 in the left, 55 in the right. And I'm left-handed, so that's the reason. You can do whatever. There's no rules.
There are no rules. I love that idea of, playing with dynamics, which you have to, obviously, in this band, and switching up your sticks and getting two different things for two different functionalities. I think that's awesome, and I think people need to remember that there are no rules.
Exactly. There's no stick rules.
Yeah, you just need to switch it up. I've been on this whole journey for new sticks, which everybody's been following along. It's been a whole thing.
Are they asking for stick picks?
Yeah, stick picks. I know. I should have been asking you for stick picks because I didn't know I was going to get different sizes on different days. You know what I mean?
No stick picks.
Yeah.
Do not ask for stick picks.
So we are talking about you being a left-handed drummer. This is actually the first time I've got to sit down behind a left-handed kit, so this is awesome. What do you got going on for the cymbals?
Oh yeah, of course. This is one of the most even when we are doing fly dates and festivals, we cannot bring our own gear, but the main thing I bring is my cymbals and these crafty, awesome cymbal mutes, as I call them, Overtone Control mutes. Let's start with the cymbals first. For the ride, I'm a Meinl artist, so I love the Foundry Reserve series, and this is a 22-inch Foundry Reserve light ride. For my other ride, I have the club ride, the club jazz ride, the flat with ribbits, Meinl as well, Bison. All of them are Bisons. Crash on the right is the dark crash, really dead, but really like responsive if you're like trying to drive. It really, and it's not like too obnoxiously ringing. While on my left, I have the 18-inch sand crash, which is super sick for like if you're trying to sustain and kind of be more trashier. The hi-hat. Everyone asks me what hi-hat do I use, and it's a 13-inch Serpent's hat, and it's a signature hat from a drummer, Derek Roddy's, who is also a snake breeder.
That's awesome.
And I guess there's a snake on it. So.
Yeah, that's super slick. They sound great.
It's a brilliant on the bottom, dark on the top, and it's again, one of my favorite hats. The Meinl Smack Stack with the expansion pack.
So good.
This is the Bison series Smack Stack, and it's 16, 14, 13, 12, 10. It's definitely, I just let that dude.
It's so silly how like 808
It's
clap
perfect.
that is.
And
It sounds perfect.
I know
so
it's not the
awesome.
first cymbal that did this.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, I think they nailed it with the expansion pack, and it just sounds so full, and it's really awesome. Like the first day when Chris brought this to me, I'm like, I need it, and he's like, we have not released it yet, so no. But the moment we recorded the first video and released it, he just keep it. And last but not least,
Certainly not least.
the 18-inch Dark China. And like, man, why is it up there? Why do you have it so high? Why is
Side
it
gong,
so
yeah. Why do you got the side gong going here?
Because it's so hard to hit, so that will make me like not hit it a lot. But it's
right.
really perfect because with this band, there's a 5-piece horn section. There's a lot of hits, and this is the best thing to do when you're playing, and catch the hits, and it's like the best accent cymbal. There's nothing better than just smacking a china with the horns. It's the best.
Let's talk about this unique stand that it's on. How did you get here?
Well, when I signed with Pearl last year, John from Pearl, the A&R rep, hey man, we got everything you need, but all the hardware that you asked for is on a ship because it was stuck during the pandemic. I don't know, whatever. So we have to give you this new anniversary hardware. If you hate it, it's okay. Those are his words. I brought it. I'm like, and they only started with these 2 stands. And I stood like, from that side, I'm like, this guy looks dope, you know? And then I asked him, hey man, can you give me all stands like that? And I think it looks funny and it looks awesome. And it's really, the cool thing about it, I like the angle shape because the rods are not even close. If this was like a straight rod, it would be kind of already in the space to ride, and you just get so much free room that you can actually put more stuff in.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
So I usually sit behind kits with like metal drummers, and they have like 8, 10 cymbals, and everything is like fighting for real estate. Stands are just chaos. I feel like you're going to start a trend as soon as they see this video, because you are getting so much real estate with these stands, and like everything's on top of each other, but it's clean. And like you said, things are not in the way.
And everything's
awesome.
symmetrical, and everything's like my usual setup. Like I try to set up like so when they sit that I don't have to move a lot. I just have to move to hit this guy. Everything else is in my regular reach. Like there's no extra movement, and like I guess I'm trying to be economical with my strength and stamina. I guess.
Yeah, as you should be. Right?
Yeah, right. And a lot of people do ask me on the internet and on Cory's videos, they always have, what is that on Petar Cymbals? What is that? And it's a personal design of mine that I've been working on with a close friend of mine, Jody Lee. And it's, we're calling it the Overtone Control. It's a cymbal dampener.
Okay.
And we've created it, and these are prototypes still. And hopefully in the next month or so, you can buy it on the internet or your local closed drum shop. This is what it basically does. There's that overtone that, it's going, and that's not bad at all. But for certain people, like especially a lot of studio producers, a lot of engineers, been already asking me to like make this for them, and it basically says the cymbal tone is not, it's the same tone, it just takes that sustain and takes that overtone away.
Yeah, it's.
Wow, it would last.
So, yeah, what's so interesting about it is that it's not changing the pitch or the tone of the cymbal at
Exactly.
all. It's really only wrangling in that sustain.
Which is, like, again, main thing. You see drummers put tape, put moon gels, put whatever in their cymbals, and like that, or the magnets, or it messes with the tone of the cymbal. Every time I tried something, it either crushed the whole entire cymbal, or it was like a complete different thing going on. And when Cory, we did a clinic in Amsterdam, and it was a boomy room. I just quickly went to the kitchen, how I came with the design, and just kind of wrapped some kitchen towels and taped it together. And then eventually I started with my friend to like, hey, let's make a different idea. So for the ride cymbal, we basically, let me raise this up again. What it is, it's customly sewed in the middle, so the weight is dispersed on the left and the right side, while on the crashes, what we're doing is, so here's the crash. And the crashes, we just have two sews, one in the middle and one towards the end. And it just kind of distributes the weight kind of towards the bell and towards like the middle of the, like I guess towards the beginning of the cymbal.
So were you iterating where the sewing happens
Yes.
to kind of find the sweet spot?
And we were,
Cool.
I was trying with tape and went through many of like cutting different materials, different towels, different product, and seeing what works best. And once I found the right thing that I really love, it just, again, like especially this guy's.
Yeah.
And
I think in studio environments, these are going to be game changers because we've even talked to drummers that take their cymbals out, and put them in after because it's in the studio environment, it's just too much and they're in the way and stuff like that. And I think this is going to be a different thing.
I
man.
really hope so, and it's coming out soon. So check it out. It'll be definitely on my Instagram, or I'll release multiple things that I can throw these in the right direction to people, in people's hands. And I think it's one of the best products ever.
Yeah. And see, if you stick here with the drum rundown, you're going to get inside information like that, stuff that doesn't even exist yet. Thank you very much, Petar Janjic, for giving us
brother.
the inside information
Come
on your
on, brother.
awesome set and your dead kit and your incredible, unique...
The dead kid.
Yeah, the dead kit. We have been here in Nashville, Tennessee with Petar Janjic of Cory Wong. We will see you on the next one.